Hello, everyone. We are back. It's been a while. We've had a nice little summer break. We've been doing Who Killed WCW. We've been doing Is Professional Wrestling Dying? And other great shows like I Can't Believe It's Not Jello. Of course, we are here to review Collision and what we thought of it. Without further ado, let's play the intro.
Well.
It's the new shirt.
Happy Saturday night, everybody. It's been a while. This is your July 20th, 2024 edition of The Garage on Effin' Wrestling. I am the Effin' expert, Mr. Isaacs.
And I am, of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada Effin' Dry. And I can give a shout out to my good friend, Bad Take Kate.
Bad Take Kate. Good evening.
And I am EVP Joe. I'm forewarned, guys. I'm going to earn the evil in my name this evening.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fair warning and a heads up.
I'm excited to have evil EVP Joe. I'm very, very excited.
And you got the Just Keep Fighting. You're the first person to get this shirt.
Got the new shirt.
Nice shirt.
Awesome.
I love it, dude. I love it. And
that's one sexy shirt.
It is.
The red and the black goes really well together.
Red and black are my colors, as you can see.
Oh yeah. Well, go ahead and introduce yourself. Showtime.
Well, once again, Coach Aaron, Canada the Dry, called me from the bullpen tonight. Says you want to pitch, and I go, "Hey, hell yeah, Coach, throw me in." So come straight to the
bullpen. Right? You're the closer, but you're starting.
Well, here's the deal. Mr. Isaacs was celebrating his daughter's birthday today, and she just turned 7. And thank you. So I had to travel out of town and go to her grandparents' house, and I was gone all day. Literally got home about an hour or two before Collision, so we were good. But I thought that there was a chance I may not make the program, hence why we contacted Mr. Showtime here so that he could graciously step in and be the third man. But he's going to be a fourth man this evening, so we just got a bonus guy.
Hey,
we were going to ask that question. Who's the third man? Who's the third man?
My sound just went to shit. Let me exit and come right back in.
Cool, man. It's all good.
Well, he said it. I wasn't going to say
it. He's like, the hell with this. I'm out of here. Let's see who we got in the house today. It looks like we got Matt B. What's up, Matt? And we got Noob in the house.
Welcome to the show. Glad to have you watching today. And we got a good old Noob who refuses to put over Knuckles the Hedgehog. Is Knuckles a hedgehog as well?
I don't know.
What the hell is Knuckles?
I don't know. He's some red alien looking thing that has like knuckles he can punch you with.
We assume he's a hedgehog, right?
I assume.
Yeah. Isn't Knuckles supposed to be Sonic's brother, or I can't?
There's way too much lore for me to keep track of.
Or is that no?
The
I just
funny
remember
thing
him being
is,
a villain.
they give him his own series on Paramount.
Yeah.
Like, he literally doesn't even have his own video game.
He's got a TV show.
There's Sonic and Knuckles, the video game.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's not just doesn't have his own soul. And to be fair, Sonic and Tails are in the series.
Yeah.
That's true.
Tails is pretty cool too. Like he flies with his little foxtail. Like that's pretty cool.
I remember Sonic 2. He got me out of some sticky situations.
Oh yeah.
Picked me up, flew me to safety. It's one hell of a fox.
All right, gentlemen. You know why we're here.
Can we talk about TNA for a second?
If you want to, sure.
You want to start the evilness early, don't you?
Yes, you know, I feel like I want to prod the poke the fires, poke the embers, you know.
Tell us about TNA.
So TNA is doing one of their pay-per-views tonight. And I'm flipping through Facebook and I see that PCO was electrocuted, then brought back to life, then had a match and won the digital media title from AJ.
But when did they kill him?
I
don't remember.
I really think that happened in an ROH match. Like, because I used to have Honor Club, and I'm pretty sure that happened, the exact thing happened on an ROH paper. And it might have been against Rouge.
TNA, quit killing people. It's stupid.
It was different back when like Lucha Underground did it, and the whole show was kind of like predicated on over the top stuff like that.
Yes.
But TNA is like it kind of presents itself as like a traditional wrestling product.
Like
so, like
me,
you can't kill people on a wrestling
Lucha
show.
Underground to me was more of a TV show.
It was cinematic, right?
Yeah.
Yes, way more.
Lucha Underground was cinematic. It was a TV show about wrestlers. Yeah. Basically, it wasn't an actual wrestling show.
And
yeah, but you got wrestlers winning titles on the show, right?
Yeah, like it was a legitimate, like it was run like a real wrestling promotion, but the storylines were very much of.
So it's like an amalgamation of a show about wrestling with wrestling in it.
Yeah.
Like when I say like wrestling is literally a male soap opera, that is Lucha Underground to a T. It was very much a soap opera for people who love wrestling.
Absolutely.
And they had the perfect balance of wrestling and over-the-top, outrageous storytelling.
Not to pivot too much here, but Matt B says, have you ever been to a theme park and you're too big to ride the roller coaster?
No.
I don't think I've had that issue, no.
Now, did this happen to you, Matt B? Like, what's going on?
Here's my question, though. Matt, did you go to the kids section of said theme park?
Well, I'll tell you a little secret because Matt B, he PM'd me on X today, and he told me that he had to get off the ride because he was a little too big. So I said, buddy, maybe it's time to lose a bit of weight.
Yeah.
He doesn't look that big of a guy in his pro pic, though.
Yeah, like in his profile picture, he doesn't. He looks like just kind of an average size guy.
Well,
like,
you know, if you see the Facebook pic of a lot of people, you don't think they're heavy, but.
Right.
Well, I'm going to say it was height an issue because that could also be an issue too, where you're too tall for restraints and all that too, right? But
yeah, maybe this guy's 6'5" for all we know. I don't know.
Well, he's a husky guy.
Yeah.
So you're saying he's another Liam?
Yeah.
Nabby says, I'm a big dude.
like that pic right there, I'm like, yeah, he looks husky, but he doesn't look that big.
He just looks like a big lumberjack.
What size shirt do you wear, Matt? That's 2XL or 3XL?
He just looks American to me. Okay,
yeah, okay. A big old lumberjack. Nothing wrong with that. That's the American male right there.
The American males.
American males. American males.
Greatest theme song ever. Oh, he wears a 3X.
He wears a 3XL. That's not too bad.
How tall is he? How tall are you, Matt, though?
This is now turning you as Matt's segment on the show. We just find out more about Matt.
Let us know, Matt. All right. Well, while we're waiting for him, we'll go ahead.
He's like, I'm 6'4". Like, damn.
What if he's like, I'm 7'2"? And be like, holy shit.
So okay,
he is 6 foot.
All right.
Yeah,
so
that's still tall.
So he's shorter than me. I'm 6'3".
He's a couple inches tall. He's a couple inches taller than me.
He's shorter than me too. I'm 6'1".
I'm only 5'6".
Should we go for the trifecta and ask him how much he weighs and see if he tells us?
Now listen, Matt, if you don't want to answer any of these questions, you don't have to. But if you want to tell us how much you weigh, you can.
How much? Let's see. Let's roll the bingo dice.
He's a guy.
How much do you weigh?
He's a guy, not a girl. Okay.
Yeah,
girls have an issue with giving weight. Guys don't.
Yeah, we did getting a slap, getting a drink poured on us by now for asking that question.
We would have lost a viewer already.
Be like, how dare you ask me for my weight? How dare you?
Matt is 300 pounds.
All right.
That doesn't seem that tough.
6 foot. Okay, 6 foot, 300 pounds. He probably needs to lose a bit of weight.
It does, but
or turn it into muscle.
I mean,
rides I've been on, I've seen guys that size be able to get on the roller coasters.
Dude, I'm convinced he went to the child section of the theme park.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I think.
Didn't Dallas used to work at Kings Island?
Yep, or something like that, somewhere around there. Yeah,
you sure it wasn't just Dallas fucking with him?
He doesn't work there.
He's like, yeah, they're not getting on there.
Dallas doesn't do.
I know. I gave Dallas this really redneck. Well, you don't get on there. Dallas is a redneck.
I haven't been to Kings Island since I was a kid. I'm not much of a theme park guy, so it's been a long time since I've gone. It's in Ohio, so it's just a little bit north of me.
I used to be, but no, I don't got it in me anymore. Maybe because of shots to the head over the years. When I get up in the heights and stuff and throwing it around really fast, my head really starts spinning and shit like that. It's like, no thanks, I'm good.
My problem is theme parks are just too damn expensive nowadays.
That's true.
You go stand in line for 2 hours to ride a ride.
I gotta ask Shane, how'd you get blows to the head?
Years of hockey, football, even taekwondo when I was a kid.
Oh, taekwondo, nice.
And this is probably why I don't like heights, because one time snowboarding when I was in my early 20s, I knocked myself out, lost an edge and went boom. And I was like,
let's not ignore your drinking incident there, Shano.
Oh, and also a couple of years ago, I walked off. I was on vacation at Squamish, which actually that's a mountain town. I walked off a parking structure because it was pitch black, so I couldn't see shit. So I was going for a smoke, and next thing you know, it was like about 4 or 5 feet high. Walked right off, right on the ground, and smashed my head and needed staples in my head.
Oh no!
Yeah, happy vacation. Shots to my head have never ended, which is.
Well,
that's what the church should say. Give me some shots to the head, bro.
That's a new shirt right there.
I gotta tell you, I got my first mild injury in jiu-jitsu this week.
Oh,
so let me tell you about that. So, we were training. The way jiu-jitsu class goes is we drill technique for about the first 45 minutes to an hour, and then we do rolling, which is just free sparring for the last half hour. And I was rolling with this guy. This big ginger looking dude. He kind of reminds me of Liam because he looks like him. Like the guy, he's more advanced than I am. He's like a 4-stripe white belt, which is almost blue, and I'm a 1-striper. And he pinned me down and got me in mounts, and then he went for an arm bar. The Guji Katami that Excalibur always talks about, and he slapped it on me, and it tightened a lot faster than I think either one of us anticipated.
Ooh,
and my arm popped. It literally popped. And he let go immediately. He was like, dude, are you okay? I heard your arm pop. And I was like, I think.
Oh, it's nothing.
I think it's okay. I ended up sitting out the rest of the rounds. And yesterday morning, it was pretty sore. And I've still got a little range of motion issue. But I think the next day or two will be all right.
It is day. In my early 20s, when my buddy were sparring in his living room in his apartment, I extended my arm like that. He perfectly straight punched me as I was trying to get a shot off there and hit me there. I haven't been able to bend this arm straight 100% ever since that day.
New points if we're going to be talking about AEW.
We're going to get there. We'll talk about AEW/WCW Saturday night here in just a minute.
Who's this baby? This is a new player to the dance. Welcome on board.
Oh, welcome. Welcome in, baby. But
This
yes.
is that's what we were talking about AEW.
Yeah, we talking about AEW.
Like, here's the thing. We could talk about AEW.
And piss me off.
Or we can talk about our trip to Chipotle.
Hey, they got one in Richmond now. I still need to go see that one.
People don't know about Richmond, okay? Don't talk about our local towns.
Well, that's where the YVR airport is.
You say Richmond, I think of Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Shane's famous for naming our local areas. Yeah, down on Street 503, eh?
Look, here's the thing. I don't mean this as any disrespect to Bebe. I'm glad you're watching the program. But we're not one of those shows that's just like, okay, match number 1, blah, 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 pin, blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts? Okay, now match number 2. Like we go off topic. We're lively. We bounce off each other. That's just kind of what we do.
Especially on Saturday nights.
Yeah. On Saturday nights, we're like, we might be drunk or like, in a bad mood or just
but
like
we promise we will cover every single match.
Hey, I gotta jump back out and jump back in. I keep getting a message and it screws my audio each time these jerks are doing it.
All right, brother.
Turn your messages
Get the hell out of here. let's start the matches. Let's get everyone going here.
All right. So we kicked off with Darby Allin, and first, before we even discuss the first match, let's talk about the look and feel of this show. Now, there's no more Elton John.
Which
Instead,
I hate.
They've got some generic, like 1999 new metal track that they probably got off like the royalty-free pages. It's kind of what it sounds like. Sounds like shit.
They have Mikey Ruckus that works there, and he's done a lot of the wrestlers' themes. I know he can do better than whatever it is that this is.
It was pretty poor, but it was a very bland open. But we see that they're in Arlington, Texas, at something called the Esports Arena. Never heard of it in my life, but it looks substantially different. And I kind of want to discuss the look and feel of this program before we actually get into it contextually. Yeah. Now, EVP, we were talking before we went on the air. I don't think you're a big fan of the presentation of Collision tonight. Go ahead and discuss your thoughts on the presentation.
I just instantly I get TNA vibes from it, and I don't like TNA's production. I don't like that the hard cam is facing the ramp because I find it very distracting.
Yeah, that's fair.
I did not like anything about the production of this show tonight, and it's going to be a rough month watching this, in my opinion. And like I said, I hate the new music entrance. Give me back my. I understand probably from a business point it's expensive to use Elton John, but
we don't know what he charges.
Elton John back.
We're going to have Canada Dry sing the Canadian version of Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting to start this program every week.
It's pretty much the same. It's just
you throw in an A and some maple syrup.
No, you'll see some hockey pictures pop up here.
Hockey, yeah. Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting on the ice rink.
They use that for Hockey Night in Canada, actually.
Yeah, but it was the Nickelback version. They used to use the Nickelback version for Hockey Night in Canada out here, and it did not fire me up whatsoever once it was like, oh, Nickelback.
I know you're not talking bad about Nickelback, sir.
Oh, I hate Nickelback.
What is wrong with you? Get him off this show.
Nickelback slander is not tolerated.
Now, let me say this. This Arlington, I believe, paid a certain amount to get this deal.
So I did a little bit of research. Arlington is not paying them. AEW got a significant discount on paying the building.
See, for me, though, I like the aesthetics. If it's not Dynamite, I like it. It reminds me of a daily place. I really, really enjoyed the background. Yeah, having a hard cam that way, that is distracting, but it sounds like it's probably a limited seating venue, so there's only so much they could actually do with it to have the art, probably to have. But no, I really enjoyed the set, to be honest.
All right. Can't F and Dry, what'd you think of the presentation tonight?
Yeah, I understand it's like it's a downgrade.
Well, it is. Yeah, I can't deny that.
But it's I feel like it's like to tide over to the new season.
Right.
It's like we're downgrading. We're gonna pay less money on this Elton John shit. We're gonna slide into the new season, and we'll see where it's going with our new deal that's coming.
Yeah, let's face it. Officially, like WWE WrestleMania is their new season. Well, AEW now it's All In is their new season now. It's looking like
it's gonna be their mania moving forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone's talking about, I want to go to Wembley. I want to go to Wembley.
Yep.
Which they're starting to do a good job at that.
It's probably going to be in Wembley from now on too, if they can score that kind of a deal. Yeah.
Yeah, like last year they didn't do a good job of hyping up. I need to be part of All In.
Yeah.
And now they're starting to be like, I need to be part of All In.
All Out's got to though then be maybe could be the venue that travels around North America at a bigger venue right after.
I don't think All In is ready for anywhere else yet.
No.
Yeah.
Said All Out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't think AEW is in the position to put a Wembley style show in the US. I don't.
Well,
they're not.
I'm
they're
still
not that
surprised
Wembley.
there's not an attempt with Jacksonville Stadium being the ties with the Tony Khan and all that, owning the Jaguars and stuff like that. Like
I think that would be their best bet.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if they truly believe that because there was this rumor going around that they're going to do a stadium show in Texas. Now Tony Khan,
I know, and Tony did deny that.
Say it's not in our immediate plans, but my question would be, what is Tony Khan's definition of immediate?
Yeah, and that's actually fair inquisition too. So,
what if they went to the Arlington E-Series Arena?
That's a new WrestleMania spot. The Arlington.
Well, let me tell you what I think. I really like the aesthetic and the presentation of this. It did look kind of like TNA. It did kind of resemble like an old school, like WCW Saturday Night, something like that. But I kind of think that's where they're going with Collision moving forward.
That's what it should be at this point. I think.
And I feel, and this is just my personal opinion, I think this looks much better than being in an arena that's like 60% empty.
And they gotta leave dark or tarps up and stuff like that. That doesn't look good.
Yeah, I think aesthetically, I think this looks good. The sound was a little wonky with the microphones and everything, but I like the fact that you could hear the crowd.
The crowd, the way they were mic'd up was good, but good Lord, they got to work on their backstage promos. The audio,
the reverb on the backstage
Jericho's promo was killing me.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
That was hard.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into match number 1 here. We got Darby Allin against the Beast Mortos. Rigor Mortis, I think. Was that what you called him in the chat, Showtime?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what.
Darby Allin versus Rigor Mortis. Darby Allin, of course, wins this with the coffin drop to score the pinfall victory. Cuts a promo afterwards. We can talk about the promo along with the match if you guys want to do so. I thought this match was pretty good. I mean, obviously, everybody knew Darby was going to win. Just kind of a showcase match for him. The crowd was white hot for Darby. And I think he cut a pretty good promo at the end of this. Talking about how people think he's not going to be able to walk by the time he's 30. And, well, guess what? I'm 30 now, bitch, and I feel wonderful. I thought that was pretty cool. Talked about how AEW is his now and no longer the Bucks. I thought this was a pretty good hype for the Blood and Guts match on Wednesday. Match was serviceable. It was good. The promo was very good. I liked it quite a bit. I'll start with.
You're also forgetting in the promo, he challenged Jack Perry for a TNT title shot at Wembley.
Yeah, he did. So, Candy F and Dry, what do you think of all this?
Yeah, like I first off, you all know me. I don't like guys wrestling in masks. I feel like
no.
I feel like it takes away from a bit of their character. But I'm impressed with the fact that this guy can do so much with so much obstruction.
Yeah.
Like that always blows my mind about these masked wrestlers. Like that would bother me. That would scare me to do the things they're doing, but with like a mask and not being able to see properly.
Yeah.
So like that's high skill. That's high other level with that kind of stuff. Like especially Mordo's masks. It's quite the get up there. But yeah, this match, I enjoyed it. Like I thought Mordos was. I think he's a great wrestler. And Darby, she showed what he could do. And that promo, that was probably up there with one of his better promos in AEW.
Oh yeah,
I can't say it was his best promo, but it's up there.
Yeah, I just thought of a new gimmick for this Mordos guy. He could be the Beast Mentos, the Fresh Maker. Showtime Shane, what do you think of this match and the corresponding promo from Mr. Allen?
Well, that Mortal can move, man. He really can move for a big guy.
Yeah.
Especially when he did that like spin through the ropes to the outside. Like that's pretty athletic for a guy his size. But yeah, like his mask, it reminds me of something you wear just to an entrance, like Big Van Vader would wear or something.
Yeah.
So like the reasons I agree with Aaron that I don't like about it, it's just okay, how's this guy ever supposed to get color? And then if you're throwing punches, when you look at the mask at size, it's like hard for the fans to think, well, any shots in the head are gonna do anything to him and stuff like that, right? Like so no, but you know what? It works well with the gimmick. He plays like this big beastly guy. So, but no, that was a great his athletic skill. It's like for a big man, he moves.
He was a
and then for the Darby promo, I'd say for a live promo, that's probably one of his betters. But I mean, we're so used to him doing the backstage, really dark, shaded tape promos and interviews with Renee or whatever. So, like for him to do the freestyle promo on the spot, I'd say this might be one of his better ones.
All right, EVP.
I really enjoyed this match. Like I was sitting here watching, realizing like it's been 5-6 months since I've seen like Darby in like a proper singles match.
Yeah,
more like maybe like 4 months, but still, like I don't count the Anarchy in the Arena match that he came back for as a real wrestling match. So, but yeah, like I'm glad to see him back. Really miss seeing him in the ring because he still is so fast and so smooth in what he does in the ring. Like with those go behinds and the way he just slides around the ring, it's really, I just enjoy watching it. Yeah, Mortos, or for Black Taurus and AAA, for those of you that don't know, like he's a big boy who shouldn't be able to do the things that he does.
Yeah,
it's just fun to watch. And yeah, I agree with the other two. Like this was probably one of Darby's better live promos. Really excited for Blood and Guts. Really excited to see him and Jack Perry go for battle over the TNT title.
Absolutely.
So who do you think wins that?
I think the first one has to be Jack Perry.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't see.
You know what? I could see Jack Perry maybe even try to back out of it and not accepting it or whatever, putting stipulations for Darby having to get that match for All In.
Yeah, I see that Darby can take the loss to elevate Jack Perry to the next level right now. Because Darby's over. He's over.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Perry's probably going to win too because they don't usually hot shot titles like that. So I think that's a pretty good sign, pretty safe bet that Perry's probably going to win. But we'll see. The Acclaimed to Billy Gunn are backstage. Billy Gunn yells at Caster and Bowens and says, "Boys, it's time to be serious heading into Blood and Guts. We can't do the scissoring bullshit anymore." He didn't actually say that. I was just paraphrasing.
He may as well have said it.
Pretty much. Like you did a good summary. He pretty much said he affirmed that Max Caster is the best wrestler alive. He's like, you are the best wrestler alive.
You're the best wrestler alive, and you got the best porn stash too. aside from Dax Harwood, who we see later. No, but he says, quote, they need to nut up or shut up. So, any of you guys want to make any comments about the Acclaimed in this promo before we move on, or should we just move on?
Everybody hates the Acclaimed.
Yeah.
I really hope that Caster's the one that gives up or has to quit in Blood and Guts.
Yeah. Yeah. They're going to be the ones probably taking the fall. But this is pretty much a Mickey with Rocky speech.
Yeah, the Team AEW doesn't have any wins in this fight yet.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, I will admit, like, that is the one problem I hate when they do this is they're absolutely booking this feud back asswards.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't start a legit feud with Blood and Guts. This should be the blow off to it.
Well, it started Anarchy in the Arena.
That shouldn't start
for some.
I hate, I've said this before because WWE does this all the time. Don't do Blood and Guts just because it's the middle of July. Do it when the story calls for it.
Yeah.
And show us more guts and more blood.
Yeah. Well, apparently Darby claimed he lost his guts in the lost tag team match with Sting.
Yeah, he showed that ugly
how
scar.
did it look like he got the lightning bolt scar?
Yeah. Disgusting. But put up Caleb's comment there.
Oh, sorry.
Previous one. Max deserves leave. So Caleb thinks that Max Caster deserves to leave. You guys agree?
I don't necessarily think he needs to leave. I just want him to go.
Get his ass out of here. Especially like telling him
off.
We don't want Shelton Benjamin taking my spot.
What if they got rid of him and brought in Shelton Benjamin, the team with Bowens?
It would be
and they acted like it was the same guy. This is Max Caster.
And he came out rapping every week. That would be so awesome.
They no sell it.
Yeah, just
or they just replace it for a week. Just a week. Like what?
Yeah.
So what? I'm Max Caster. What?
We got match number 2. We got as Tony Storm would say, Hikaru Shida defeating Sky Blue by ref stoppage. Now this was a cluster if I've ever seen.
Wait, who says Hikaru?
Tony Storm.
Oh, okay.
Whoever should say Hikaru Shida. I'm gonna face Hikaru. But yeah, so this was a very, very short match. Hikaru Shida springboards over the top, planches down onto Sky Blue, and Sky Blue apparently messed something up, and they awkwardly cut to a commercial.
Tony Khan tweeted out that it's her ankle.
Yeah, that's where it looked like the landing was.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Hopefully, it's nothing serious.
Yeah, hopefully not.
But it was interesting how they dealt with it. They just focused on Hikaru Shida, and they didn't point any cameras at her.
No, that's why I thought it was something like a lot more severe than that. I mean, obviously, an ankle injury sucks; it's bad, but like they made it seem like it was something like very, very like severe. You know, like
well, she could have been screaming in pain. We don't know for sure. Like
they did show one shot where she just looking like,
yeah.
So,
and she's like,
I want to bring something about this because Noob says it too, and I definitely feel it. The way Shida was acting on the ramp, and then her promo later on, definitely feels like Shida is going to turn heel. Like, because
I feel it too, buddy.
Like, when she was on that ramp, like, she was celebrating even after they announced that Sky Blue was injured. Like, that's
does me at work?
I don't know. I don't think so. Because now they're having her call out Britt Baker, and there's absolutely zero way Sheeta's getting cheered over Britt Baker on Wednesday. No. Not a chance.
Yeah.
Well, we can get to the Shida promo here in a bit because I have an interesting point about that. But yeah, this was just kind of a weird nothing burger match that obviously wasn't meant to go this way. It was very awkward, very strange, and hopefully Sky Blue is doing okay and she'll be able to come back soon. Moving on, we see Lance Archer randomly backstage beating up some Ring of Honor jobbers. and says everyone's forgotten about him, but he's going to remind the world what he's all about, and that's the end of it. And we probably won't see him again for 6 months. I like Lance Archer a lot. I'm a big fan of him. I think his New Japan run was fantastic.
See,
I just don't understand this. I like
Lance Archer, just not in AEW.
Yeah.
Because in AEW, he has no character. All he does is scream, everybody dies, and he runs around like a big doofus.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They poorly did a piss poor. Like, with him with the Righteous, looked like it was going somewhere. And that was a perfect match. Like, I don't get why there was not more of a push with him and the Righteous. It's not making any sense to me at all.
Yeah, and I really like Jake the Snake as part of that as well.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. Because a lot of those guys are actually truly actual spiritual men, too. So that's why this booking grouping makes a lot of sense, too.
I feel like Collision is becoming kind of like what Ring of Honor is. It's kind of like the land of misfit toys in AEW. Like the guys and gals that they just don't really know what to do with, so they just stick them in some random shit and put them on TV.
It's done.
Yeah, we'll see. I think that Lance Archer, he just needs a story, and they need to stick with it. Same as Cage. Like, they don't book Cage in any long-lasting thing. Like, they looked like they were going to, but then he's back to, like, they wanted. There's the perfect feud. They wanted to do that. They wanted to do Cage versus Archer. They were talking about it on Twitter back and forth. Why not?
Yeah. They don't know how to book guys.
Like, honestly, I think the biggest problem is that the fact that Archer is still in Japan and he goes back a lot, so it's hard to do anything.
Yeah, that
and injuries has really hampered him too.
Yeah, that too.
And age, he's almost 50.
He doesn't look it.
I think that AEW really has to kind of take a little of a lead from WWE here and not allow people to be staying in foreign countries and be part of your roster. Like, if you can't be on Dynamite constantly, you can't be available all the time, then why are you here? You're wasting our space.
Yeah.
See, I don't mind that. It should be more regimented, because I am all for, like, someone like Lance Archer doing a 3-4 month program on AEW and then going away for a month or two. I think everyone should, because it allows us to miss the wrestler.
Yeah, if they were building him up properly and using him properly. But I feel like Tony doesn't know how to do that.
He doesn't know how to use big guys. Like, he just doesn't. You know, if it's not little guys like the Bucks, it's like he doesn't know what to do with them. I don't know. It sucks, though, because I think he's a very talented guy. And he's been around forever. I mean, I don't know if either of you remember, he was Vance Archer in the ECW revival back in, like, 2006.
And then it was Lance Hoyt in TNA.
It was Lance Hoyt in TNA like a decade ago. Yeah. And he kind of had a career resurgence.
He was in WWE as well.
Yeah, that's when he was Vance Archer. Yeah, yeah. He didn't really do much there, but
he's very well traveled.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. He's very talented. Next up,
like, if you look at it, if his career ended tomorrow, he's not a freaking really good career.
Yeah, his New Japan run's been fantastic. I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think everyone can have those top level career runs.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in this business. You know, there's only certain people that are like towards the top. You know, he's not going to be one of them, but he's had a solid career for sure. Shane, did you have anything you wanted to say about Archer before we move forward?
No, I got out of what I said. Like, I really wish that him in the Righteous booking really got, like, booked better. You know. So.
All right, moving on. We got Chris Jericho.
Let's answer this guy's question first. Do you think John Moxley will get another push?
Yes. I mean, I'm sure he will. Yeah. He'll probably get 100 more pushes.
He's John Moxley. Like, when you think of faces of AEW, Moxley is up there.
And his wife is becoming one of the faces too.
I don't want him to be world champion again.
Yeah.
I mean, he might. It might be a couple years down the road. I don't think
there's so many younger guys that deserve the opportunity to become stars, and I feel like John Moxley could easily carry another belt.
Dude, honestly, I would love for him to get the international title back and to do what they were originally planning to do before he had to drop it to injury.
And you know what
that was?
I see him being a modest enough guy too, where he knows, like, you know what, it makes no sense having me in the world championship picture at this current moment and stuff like that.
You also got to think he's coming off of like a good 4 or 5 month run as IWGP champion.
Man, that too, yeah.
That's
Did you all see his latest jiu-jitsu tournament loss video? Did you see that?
I heard about it.
His opponent wanted to shake his hand. He wouldn't shake his hand.
He was legitimately pissed.
He was looking at the referee like, "Why don't you stop it?" So, yeah. Anyways, we see Chris Jericho backstage. He goes, "Hi, guys." And he says he's been wanting a match against Minoru Suzuki for a long time.
Hold on, it says you're wrong. He didn't say hi guys. He was like, "Hi guys."
Yeah.
The audio was so jacked up.
That's where the audio was freaking horrible.
They had the reverb.
Almost as bad as Showtime Shane's audio here tonight. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Just kidding, Showtime.
But he says it's going to be a dream match for him, and it's going to be a nightmare match for Suzuki. Chris says Suzuki isn't going to like what happens to him on Wednesday, and makes reference to him being the murder grandpa. And yeah, so I think it'll be an entertaining match. It's just kind of one of those spectacle matches. It's always nice to see Suzuki. And Jericho will work well with him. I think this match would be demonstrably better if it was in Japan, instead of on a TV AEW program, but it'll be solid.
Let's just hope that this Tennessee fans know the words to the song. At least the part where they're supposed to, sing along.
Well, JFB is going to be there, so we'll at least hear
him. He'll lead them.
There's quite a few people from our AFW community going.
Yeah.
I was lucky to see Minoru Suzuki. He was on my bucket list of people I wanted to see live wrestling, and he did a local indie promotion. And funny thing was, Nick Wayne was also on that card. He was only 17 years old, and this was at a ballroom. You have to be 19 to get in, which was the irony of it all. And he's from the state. But no, man, Suzuki and Jericho, I can't wait for this. But the audio sucked for that promo. It really reminds me of the Daily Place hiccups.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that Jericho's run here, as the learning tree, it's so refreshing because he's taken something like the FTW title and given it meaning. Like that's star power
for the world or whatever he's called it. Like to change the name of the title.
For the world, like this is a little bit of Lance Storm right here.
You're right.
Lance Storm, the world, the Canadian one.
One of my all-time favorites that got to meet.
Hey, they were the thrill seekers.
Yeah,
they were.
Will influence each other. Yep.
I hope that Lance Storm comes back with Jericho at some point.
Even if it's not a match, just as a role at some point, somewhere.
Let him join this learning tree faction.
I think Lance Storm can still work. I mean, I don't know if he does. But
he runs a training academy. Like a lot of the people have come from Calgary these days has been out of his academy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's been running Storm Wrestling Academy or whatever. He's been running it for quite a while now. Yeah. He's had some talents.
Big names come out of there. Yeah. Like I think even Jinder came out of there.
I know Tennille Dashwood, I think, was one of his students. There's
Chelsea
a few.
Green.
So he pushes out a lot of mid-card guys, is what you're saying.
Lance Storm himself was a mid-carder. So.
I mean, he was king of the mid-card, so hey, he knows what he's doing.
But you know what? One of the greatest tag teams in ECW history with Just Incredible. Impact players were up
players. Yeah.
Even in WCW, he was pretty big.
Yeah, dude, he was one of my favorites, man. Like when I got to meet him at New Blood Rising, they did an autograph signing before the show started. Man, it was awesome meeting him, Lance.
If I could be serious for a moment.
And that was the day he had the infamous Canadian rules match against Mike Awesome, and Jacques Rougeau was a special guest Canadian referee enforcer. The same night as the Judy Bagwell on the forklift match. That same very night.
Oh, the good old days. We should have brought Shane in for Who Killed WCW. He could have told some stories about it.
I was working all those nights, man. I would have loved it.
Moving on, we got Ray Phoenix defeated Tony Nese with the Premier Athletes, even though he used to be called the Premier Athlete, and which is stupid, but I digress.
That was a long promo for this turd bucket.
You're right.
Yeah.
You know what? I think they had to fill anytime they could after that injury. Like that probably was a real injury with Sky Blue, so that probably knocked out like 5-10 minutes they had to fill because of that. Yeah.
Tony Nese, and we need a 2-minute promo from you.
Yeah.
Showtime. What'd you think of Phoenix versus Nese?
Like Phoenix looks great. Nese is a great athlete. He does got a great body. It was a great match for what it was for a mid-card collision match.
EVP Joe?
It was serviceable. It was fine. Like, I just nothing bad to say about it, but nothing like really sticks out from the match either. Honestly.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Tony Nese, he's a good wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't like him as far as a character goes. Like he's got he's got a little bit of honky tonk man heat, where it's just like everyone's booing him. It's like, so I think that's just his role, to get booed out of the building.
Yeah.
Like, which is just like, there's guys that just need to be the dastardly villains and get their ass kicked every night.
I thought this match was all right. I think both guys worked their ass off, and I thought it was decent. It kind of reminded me of like a 205 Live match from a few years ago. Like it kind of didn't really have, which Tony Nese was a big part of. That's probably why it reminded me of that, but it didn't really have any bearing on anything. It was just a solid, decent match. It's really about all I could say about it. I didn't hate it. I thought it was pretty good, but didn't really mean anything either.
Bingo ball booking.
Yeah, it was just there.
Yeah.
We get good old Schiavone in the ring, and he's got a new haircut. Looking good, Schiavone. He's got a Collision t-shirt on with the sport coat over it. Yeah, nice little look. And I swear Schiavone is morphing on commentary more into Jim Ross too.
Yes.
Where he's emoting in matches and like talking.
Hulk Hogan, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. That's pretty funny. But yeah, we get Schiavone in the ring here, and he brings out FTR. Cash Wheeler says Tommy Billington has a bright future ahead of him, and they're not going to let some bastard like Don Callis and his family walk over him. Wheeler says over the past few years, FTR has had the greatest run of their careers. But one thing he didn't want to talk about is all the outside issues he's had the past year, which, for those of you who don't know, he waved a gun at somebody and got arrested.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Because he says it's not true.
Yeah, he said it was bullshit in his words tonight.
Okay, well.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he has to say that. He can't go on national TV and be like, haha, I got away with it.
No, I was waving that mother thing out the window.
I was like, I can do anything I want.
He allegedly waved a gun at somebody in a road rage dispute.
He came out and says, Bang Bang Gun does a spot-on impression of me. No.
Cash says the things he was accused of weren't true. Wheeler says he's known for having a temper and being a hothead, but that only takes place in the ring, Jack.
That feels like an old WWE like. Don't try this.
Basically, yeah.
Don't try this at home. But where they're doing the thing where it's like I tore my ACL. I damn near broke my neck. And like all the guys like talk about like I almost broke my dick off. You know, they're all, doing
and then Cash be like, I was shooting my gun.
Hey, one thing nobody mentioned, he's shaved. He's only had the 5 o'clock shadow. Looks like he must have screwed up his beard or something.
He was clean shaven, yeah.
Mostly.
He also looked like
moderately cleanly shaven for him.
I was gonna say he looked like Cash looks so different.
Oh yeah,
that beard.
Yeah.
Some people just need facial hair. Like they look like a totally different human. Like if I shaved this completely, I would look like a completely different human.
You will never see me clean shaven ever again.
What if we did it for charity? Would you guys do it then?
Yes, I would do it for charity, but it'd have to be a good amount of money.
I'm not opposed. I do it once in a blue moon. I just don't do it very often. Maybe once every 2 or 3 years, I'll completely just take it off.
We'll all shave during one podcast episode.
I don't know if I could picture Mr. Isaacs with a clean baby face.
I posted a Facebook memory the other day of me having a super beard and stuff, but the problem with me, I've got no hand skills to properly trim it. I'm too shaky, so then it's like I got a stupid looking beard. Like I can't do it myself, so that's why I'm like, nah, I gotta stay more.
That's why you just go to a barbershop, have them line you up. It's all good.
That's true.
So let me ask you this, Showtime Shane. When you were coloring, did you stay in the lines?
No.
That's the problem.
Michael J. Fox syndrome. Hey, he joked about it on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
And by that he means he goes back to the future, right?
Yeah,
that's exactly
Anyways, Cash Wheeler makes it clear FTR has their sights set on the Young Bucks. Dax Harwood runs down all their accomplishments over the past couple of years, but admits their record lately has not been that great. But they're going to come all out at All In, and they're going to challenge the Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Championship at Wembley Stadium. Guys, they're presumably going to do this match for like the 15,000th time, I guess.
You know what? I'll take this over the Bucks versus the Acclaimed at All In.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was just gonna ask, like, what happens with the Acclaimed taking title shot of it? Like,
they just lose on a random ass.
Yeah, they'll or they could get it on
or All Out. They could be the tag title.
Batty ass turns on them and teams with Shelton Benjamin against them.
It's like
special guest referee.
Yeah, literally, like he turns on because this is my friend. We work together.
That would be cool. I would like that. I want to see Shelton Benjamin booked in some way against the Acclaimed.
I just want to see Shelton Benjamin physically take Max Caster's spot. That's all I want to see.
I know. EVP Joe is like out for Caster's blood, man.
It's been well admitted. This was an AEW created tag team. How long did they got to stick together, or do these guys only want to stick together?
Let's play a quick little game here. We're gonna fire one person from AEW. Who are you firing? Go first, Mr. Isaacs.
Jack Perry.
You're firing Jack Perry.
Yes.
That's the guy.
Jack Perry ruined the CM Punk thing in AEW. It's his fault. He should have fucking got the axe and been gone.
Maybe if CM Punk could have, been a little more professional outside of the ring.
And same with Jungle Boy. Jack Perry fucked the whole thing up. He should have been fine.
You're attacking my guy here. All right, EVP Joe, who are you firing? We know who you're
Max
firing.
Caster. See ya. Be going.
Who are you firing, Showtime?
Mark Sterling. He's been a useless man. Like, seriously. Like, Tony Nese went on the promo tonight, and it's like he didn't really do much. It's like, well, why are you even there? Like, what's your point as a manager or lawyer at this point anymore?
Yeah. Smart Mark Sterling. See, they call him the Smart Mark. Get it, guys? You get it? You get the joke?
I get it. I am firing 10 from.
Oh, jeez.
You can't fire. Wait, 10? Who's?
Huh?
Who's talking about Preston Vance?
Preston
Yes.
Vance, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't fire Preston Vance?
No, good. For some reason, I thought I went to -1. I was like, you can't fire someone who's not on the.
I was like, you're a big Preston Vance fan here?
Yeah. What, you're firing a kid? What kind of asshole are you?
That would be a nice heel move.
That's
Sorry,
a new
-1.
Guys, we got to get some budget cuts. This -1 kid ain't pulling his weight.
It's costing us.
I like to see that news.
But you fired the highest guy on the card.
What's that?
You fired the highest guy on the card.
Oh, he won't stay on the high end of the card. He'll do something stupid, and he won't be there too long. So, not too worried about it.
Over my guy again. Fucking over my guy. How's your Austin Theory doing?
Well, he was just a tag champ, so I think he's all right.
Yeah, made him in the main event of SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Showtime? Did you pick anyone?
Yeah, he said Mark Sterling.
Yeah, that was a guy.
No, I mean, does he have a stake in this game?
Oh,
I don't know.
I've heard about
I don't think he picked anyone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Do
you
you have a young
picked
guy
a
you want to
young
get behind?
up-and-coming wrestler from the male and the female section.
Who you think will be a massive star in like 5 years?
Well, Stratton's the easy pick for female.
So you can't take it. That's Mr. Isaacs.
I've got Stratton for females. And yeah, she will be a major star.
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't follow WWE enough. Mariah May for AEW, but I guess that's
she's
probably
available.
taking- Okay,
she's
Mariah
available.
May. She's right there. She's actually
that's
literally
a
got
good
one
pick.
foot through the doorstep right now. So I got to say Mariah May.
And pick a guy.
Ooh.
Noob's on your side.
Yeah. Noob's got my back, man. That's my homie.
But then I should grow a mullet.
Hey, did anybody take Jack Perry?
I got Jack Perry.
Yeah, Canada Dry's with Jack Perry.
I got him years ago.
we made this Canada Dry and
It was originally me and Mr. Isaacs.
Yeah, we made this bet like 2 or 3 years ago, and this is when Austin Theory was kind of being primed as Vince's guy. Now, obviously, a lot's changed since then.
And Grayson Waller's getting buried with him.
But I'm kind of like locked into him now, I guess. I can't change it.
Yeah,
so.
you can't change it once you lock him in. So you're
So
locked
there
in.
we go. And Jack Perry would have been nothing if CM Punk hadn't choked him. So that's the only reason why he's
Yeah, I got to take him how I get him.
Yep. So you got a good roll of the dice. I got a bad roll of the dice on Locklear.
You know what? I'll go with Nick Wayne. I mentioned the story about
Tiffany's got him.
What?
I mean, to be fair, can we talk about how he hasn't done a lick of a thing in AEW?
We'll get to that when we get to the main event.
Oh, Nick Wayne. Well, we can talk about Nick Wayne.
You can tell us when you think of your guy, and we'll move on.
Yeah, well, let's go on with Darby Allin. Okay. Yeah.
No, he's a 30.
Hey, if you don't pick, we're gonna pick for you, and we're gonna.
All right, yeah, let's just go on with the show, and I'll think about it during
Wayne
it.
now has hologram.
Oh yeah, you get hologram.
I got rigor mortis. No, I got rigor mortis.
You got random CMLL jobber that's gonna show up once a month. We're gonna pick
can he pick?
for you.
You think he can pick? Can he pick Darby? You think that's fair?
Yeah,
Darby's like 30.
But he's equal to Jack Perry right now.
Yeah, but neither
Darby's
they're not
a little
like,
bit up higher a bit.
I don't think they're young up and comers anymore, though. They've been there the entire time.
That's true. Yeah, they're established at this point.
It's got to be somebody like, a young pup. Someone like a Nick Wayne. Someone like a, I don't know, Brian Keith. I know he's not super young, but he's new to like the big
You've
stage.
seen, yeah, no, that's fair.
Someone
Yeah,
like
so it's
him.
not always about age; it's
Shane
about
can
when
have
you
the
arrive.
10 million-year-old Luchasaurus.
Yeah, if you get
That young and up and comer.
yeah, you can pick. We'll let you pick Kill Switch if you want.
Oh, I'll go with Christian. Okay.
Who was that guy that wrestled in TNA during the pandemic that was like 70 years old? You know who I'm talking about?
PCO?
Oh, was it an NWA?
Yeah, he was in. Well, he wrestled in TNA. He might have been in NWA too.
Yeah, he's bald though, right?
Yeah, but he was literally like a 70-year-old
Yeah.
man when he was
But
wrestling.
don't forget the
I don't
Rock and
remember his
Roll.
name.
The Rock and Roll Express were NWA champions at one point not too long ago, too.
Yeah, yeah.
That was right before the pandemic when NWA on YouTube was really, really good.
Yeah, it was
Like,
actually
I
good,
watched
man.
it religiously.
What
And
Yeah.
Bridges were part of that family.
What match are we on now?
We just got past the FTR promo, and we're gonna go on now to Hikaru Shida backstage. Shida is upset that she came to Collision for a fight, and she calls out Britt Baker for a TBS title shot. Well, to get in line when it comes to a TBS title shot, she challenged her to a match on Dynamite. I think this when Sheeta was out there with the sky blue thing, like she seemed happy and everything, and then all of a sudden backstage now she's mad. I wanted a fight. Like that doesn't match kayfabe here. Like if
Like,
you were mad, you should have been
just
I
mad.
think
Mad.
someone said to her that you got to should act mad.
It's
She's
it's
mad
dumb.
that she injured someone and stopped the match early.
Maybe
I
the
broke your
smiles
ankle,
was all
bitch.
cockiness, though. Maybe that was just the whole, like, being arrogant, being happy, the match is over and I won or whatever.
Yeah,
No,
I feel Sheeta really needs a heel turn.
it's feeling like this is a heel turn.
It's gonna be.
Yeah. Like I said, there's no way she's getting cheered on Wednesday over Britt Baker. That's just
No, nobody's getting cheered over Baker at this point. Not right now. She just came back. She's hot.
I'll say the only person
Not
who
gonna
will
happen.
probably get cheered over her is what's her name?
Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, Jamie Hayter will probably be the only one who get cheered over
I
her.
can't wait to see her back.
If she ever comes back. How
Yeah.
long has she been gone? Like a year and a half at this point?
No, about a year.
Because she wasn't at All In last year.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And I think she was gone a little bit before that.
Well,
She
they
just
said
vanished.
that before Brett came back, they said that she was seen in the gyms and working at it. So
Stick her on the milk cartons down in Jacksonville. We got to find this girl. All right.
I missed her.
Joe's doing some research here. He's going to find out. Joe's our research guy.
Matt says, I think NWA is doing a great job building Natalia Markova up to become the new women's champion. I think that's, and we have an agreement. The moment she wins that belt, she's coming on the All Effing Wrestling Show.
Nice. Yeah. We've got our couple of resident Markova super fans in the chat tonight. So shout out to Markova. All right, moving on from there, we've got Roderick Strong defeated Tomohiro Ishii and hits him with a running knee. The Undisputed Kingdom tried to get involved here, cause a distraction. A schmoz at the end with Briscoe coming out to make the save with Kyle O'Reilly. I thought this was a damn good match. I liked it a lot. This was basically a strong style match, and I guess I'm probably a little biased because I love both of these guys. I think they're both great wrestlers. They did the chops. They did the forearms. This was just hard hitting. It was a hard hitting, strong style match, good technical wrestling in the middle of it. I was a big fan of it. I like this. Can't F and Dry, what do you think of this match?
Well, I think we're saying I love Ishii as part of the conglomeration. I think that's so cool. And the conglomeration is my new favorite faction. Like, I just think everyone brings something cool to the table. Kyle O'Reilly brings his great wrestling skills and all his different strong style fighting. Ishii brings that brick house to the game. You got the redneck kung fu from
Mark.
and you got Orange Cassidy. So it's everyone's got something different. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like this match. We every time we see Ishii, it's the same thing, but it's pretty cool to see him.
You know what I think?
How much time does he have left?
Who?
I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't have much left.
He's an older gentleman. Yeah.
Who are you talking? How much time? Who has left?
Ishii.
Yeah. Good question.
Hell, they're both over 40. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe
Roderick
even
Strong is
50.
like 40. Yeah. You know what I think's funny? When he is in this country, they call him Ishii, but when he's in New Japan, they just call him Ishii. It's like a difference in how they say the name.
Yeah.
Like he's always just Tomohiro Ishii in New Japan, but it's Ishii here in the US. I don't know why that is. Because there's an extra I at the end of his name, I
Well,
guess.
it's kind of like in the States, you guys call it Kraft macaroni and cheese. In Canada, it's called Kraft dinner. So,
Yep.
I don't
Even
think
the
that's anything at all.
even
yeah.
even certain Japanese guys' names though, when you look at what they're called out, they're in reverse. Like Minoru Suzuki, when they show his name on the screen in Japanese subtitles in New Japan, it's Suzuki Minoru. So some things go backwards there and stuff, Steve.
They do it backwards. Yeah, they always did that in Pride Fighting Championships because when they always introduced Fedor Emelianenko, it was like Emelianenko Fedor.
But they never screwed up Mirko Krokop though. They got that perfectly. Mirko Krokop.
I just felt inspired. The end of the show, we're going to give away a year's supply of Kraft dinner.
Kraft dinner. Nice.
Perfect.
Now, what Canada Dry's not telling you, this has been in his doomsday prep den for like a decade or longer. So, but hey, expired Kraft dinner, it's
Can't
free,
beat it.
man. It's free. You can't beat it.
I think the date's still good.
EVP Joe, what'd you think of this?
Oh yeah, it was a good match. I mean, it's what I expect from Ishii. It's just a stiff match. Like, it was fun. I enjoyed it. And of course, Roddy has to win. He has his world title match coming up next week. So,
I thought you were going to say a stiff match that made you stiff for a minute.
I'm not Dally, okay?
Showtime Shane, what'd you think of Strong versus Ishii?
Strong can wrestle a broomstick. That's how good of a wrestler he is.
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately for me, I don't like Ishii matches because they're just literally the same.
Whoa, why would you say that?
Hey, we don't use that kind of language here, pal.
Calm down.
Half Japanese man. I don't enjoy watching this 30 seconds to 1 minute chop match, dude.
Whoa.
It's like it's watching the Japanese Eddie Kingston.
The Japanese Eddie Kingston. Oh, come on. Ishii is not Eddie
Yeah,
Kingston.
like you don't see him slapping his chest.
Yeah, that's a reach. That's a stretch. Sorry.
Go watch
But a lot of his matches I remember recently were against Eddie Kingston, though, so there's a problem with that too. So.
Dude, watch Ishii versus Kenny Omega or Ishii versus Shibata.
Yeah.
And come on, you can't call him Eddie Kingston.
Wasn't it Ishii who fought who fought Omega in the finals for the inaugural IWGP US title match?
Yeah. And they had a fantastic match.
You guys are right there. Those were epic matches. But I just don't like those 30 to 1. Like, he doesn't have to do that every freaking match.
I see your point. Yeah.
Bring it out to a bigger match one day so it becomes special. Like, it's just getting old, just wasting 30 seconds to a minute for that match. Like, for that setup.
You know what, Shane? Go watch Raw, okay? You'll be happy.
No, I won't. No. Do not wish that evil on me, EVP.
Matthew wants to know if he can beat Mark Briscoe.
No, I doubt it. It's Mark Briscoe. He's the master of
Mark Briscoe.
I don't know. Is Mark Briscoe a big guy? Is he 6 foot, 300 pounds?
Mark Briscoe works on a chicken farm, guys. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
He's in a landscaper.
I mean, are these like Peter Griffin chickens? They're trying to fight him or something?
Probably.
That's funny. I was watching.
They don't call it slower, lower Delaware for no reason, okay?
All right, let's move on.
Speaking of Family Guy, I saw on earlier in Adult Swim the episode where the chicken was dying and Peter was a nurse filling in, and he's like remembering all those flashbacks about him fighting the chicken.
Oh gosh.
All right, let me move on here. I lost my spot. Let's see. Undisputed Kingdom. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now we got the debut of this new guy, Hologram. Hologram defeated Gringo Loco. Now, I've seen Gringo Loco before. He's pretty good. I've seen him in MLW. I've seen him in some indie promotions over the years. He's a talented guy.
I take offense to the name Gringo Loco. That's fucked up, but you know.
He's been around a long time.
He was a crazy white guy, right?
That guy can move, though.
Look, he's a white luchador, okay? He's Gringo Loco. He's Tex-Mex, all right? He's not Mex, he's Tex-Mex. But yeah, you know, I thought this was a decent little match here. One thing I'm going to pick on Hologram for is he took a spot where he rammed his head directly to the middle turnbuckle, and instead of selling that he just about knocked his head off, he started adjusting his knee pads.
He did that a lot.
And he did this like for the remainder of the match. Adjusted his knee pads.
He was not happy with those knee pads for whatever reason.
Like, dude, can you sell the blow to the head and forget about the fucking knee pads for a minute?
My man, the knee pads were such a menace. He couldn't forget about them.
It was bothering him.
I mean, he's a talented dude. Otherwise, I think this was a nice little match. But that just the fact that he
took you out of the match, right? It bothered you.
The no sell of this was just, it took me out of it. I was like, this guy, someone needs to pull this guy aside and be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what, you ram your head into the post,
dude,
and then you just want to adjust your knee pads? You don't even sell it?
What you don't know is he has padding on the inside of his mask, Mr. Isaacs.
You know what, though? I think typical CMLL thing, though. No selling moves sometimes.
He's from AAA, though.
I mean, the Spanish wrestling scene in general, there's a lot of the no selling thing going on.
I'd say that's just wrestling in general right now.
No, that's true too.
Yeah, it's not a lot. The art of
selling.
But
I like how they're booking this guy. Like the way they talked about him, it felt very like Sin Cara-ish.
That's what it reminded me of too, like Sin Cara debuting.
Yes, like they were really focusing on. Like, I like that they're doing this.
I like it too. To be fair, I like it. Like I want to see more of this guy, but he's got to do a little better in the ring than tonight for sure. But I like it.
Very, very Sin Cara-like.
It is very. I thought the same thing. I thought it looked very Sin Cara-ish when he first came out.
Yeah.
I'll say honestly, to me, like once he got in the ring, like he moves like low key, like that's what he reminds me of. Like the way he flips, the way he poses, it very much looked like low key.
Yeah, he's good in there though. Like he's very
low key. Always had that like low base of gravity where he was always like ducked down like Batman or something. Like he always moved like that in the ring.
Like, you know what we're missing about Gringo Loco? That guy could move for a big guy, for a husky guy. Especially that Hurricanrana he took on the outside of the ring. He sold that and flipped. Did a perfect jumping flip for that Hurricanrana for a big guy, man. No, that guy could sell and move.
He does some jobs in Ring of Honor once in a while.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, yeah, he's had a lot of matches, but it was like his first AEW appearance in 2024 or whatever.
I've seen him. I used to see him in MLW when I watched that some prior to AEW starting up. And then I remember seeing him in one of those Joey Janela spring break shows from like several years ago. I remember watching him on that. That's where I remember seeing Gringo Loco. But I just remember he was pretty good. Yeah.
I just want to say like that, like when a hologram just sort of jumped up on Gringo Loco and just stood on his freaking shoulders. Like that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was.
But that's a talented dude. Just
Yeah.
forget the knee pads.
I would just say
I just remember. So I woke up in the middle of the night last night because I saw my phone I got a message, and it was from Conan.
Oh yeah.
Conan had messaged me asking me if I watch his podcast.
Really?
Podcast.
Really?
And I was like, oh, that's weird. So I was like, how am I going to lie to this guy? Because I've never listened to or watched it. But I feel like if I said I didn't watch it all, I'd get blocked.
Yeah.
I feel like this was a tester.
So he asked you if you watched the podcast? Because I saw that you and him got in a little exchange.
Yeah.
About luchadors.
But I also did give him praise on another thing, saying like this is the guy who helped Bret Hart invent the sharpshooter. So like this guy deserves respect. So I think he's a little confused on what to take of me.
So he just
sorry.
So he just messaged you and asked you if you watched his podcast?
Yeah. So I came up with a little bit of a lie and a truth. So I said, because I feel like honored that he's even messaging me.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I have in the past, but I'm looking forward to watching more in the future.
Is he still doing it with Disco though?
He is.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Reason to not watch it.
It's
exactly.
Disco, yeah.
I respect Conan's career. Maybe not so much some of his latest in AAA choices, but he's well spoken. But the fact that like Gilbert Galetti working with them still is like, no, I can't listen to Disco.
Glenn Gilberti.
Or whatever. Yeah.
You know, maybe I might just go for just for a shits and giggles.
I sometimes once in a blue moon I'll listen to Conan, or I'll at least watch some clips. I mean, he's got good takes on stuff, and you know he's pretty real and pretty honest.
Well, I got to give him credit. The fact that they've been around before podcasting was podcasting, you know, like they were doing stuff together, like on their own website, to releasing audio clips or radio stuff before that podcasting was an official thing. So I got to give them credit in that regard.
So how I got into Conan as a podcaster was like about 10 years ago, he was on the MLW radio show, which was what Court Bauer, who owns MLW, did before he actually brought it back as a promotion. He had MLW radio, and it was him, Mr. St. Laurent, and Conan. And like they had a really good podcast, and they would talk really off the cuff and like share a lot of backstage. Like Conan shared a lot of backstage dirt from like when he was in like TNA and like a lot. It was very interesting, and it was one of the first wrestling podcasts from like a pro guy that I really got into.
I'll give him a shot.
Yeah, I mean, he was always good. Now he's toned it down a bit over the years. Like he told, I don't even know if I could say it on the air, but he told some interesting stories about like R-Truth and Christy Hemme. That was.
Oh.
I'll share with you offline what he said. I can't say it on here. We might get a strike or something. But
also, just to change something a little bit. Do you guys have a Twitch?
I have a Twitch that I haven't used in quite a while. Yeah.
So we do have an official Effin' Wrestling Twitch stream run by Mr. Isaacs, but he hasn't been gaming as of late.
No, haven't been doing it very much. But yeah, so we just stick to YouTube for now. And you know, occasionally if I do some gaming, I might do it on my personal YouTube or something like that. But we decided that we wanted to focus on YouTube and try to get YouTube viewership. We didn't want to split the viewership, right, Canada? Yeah, so but yeah, I have watched some wrestling guys on Twitch. I don't think they're as good as us, quite frankly.
You know, like for how many viewers, subscribers we have, like we have such a cool production.
Yeah.
For what we have, like JP and me learning on the fly how to do some of this stuff. It's really cool.
Well, when you watch like Wrestle Talk guys on Twitch, they do a lot of like reaction stuff, and I think that's corny and kind of lame because it's like they're really over the top. It's like, oh my god!
And you know what they don't have?
What?
They don't have this. And they definitely do not have this.
Knowledge is power.
But yeah, I'm not big on the reaction videos. I think they're lame and corny, and they're obviously a bit put on. Like nobody's gonna get that excited because fucking Joe Blow from NXT randomly shows up. I mean, come on. But I digress. Moving on, we got the Von Erichs and Dustin Rhodes backstage. We get to see the good old Von Erichs here in the shadow of the Iron Claw. And I thought this was an interesting little segment. Talked about how the Von Erichs and the Rhodes family have known each other since the 70s. And I guess Dusty at one point teamed with Fritz. And so, yeah, that was interesting. I'll be interested to see where they go with this. I imagine it's probably they bring the Von Erichs out like once a year or something whenever they're in Texas. And
they don't let them talk. But
do I?
They don't let them talk, but
no, they don't let them talk much. So, like, hey, they're from Texas. Their name Von Erich.
Boys right here.
You see them? Their name says Von Erich. You see them? All right. See you later.
I think because of the fact they're in Arlington for a month, I think they're going to be.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I think they will sign them. I think they're just this is like proving ground sort of thing.
I hope so because AEW's tag team division is lacking at the moment.
Yeah,
and Billington. I think Billington's going to be signed as well.
Yeah, they need to sign Billington. He's good. I like
but at least those Von Erichs got more potential than Lacey Von Erich.
Oh God,
that was rough.
Is she there? Who is she to them?
Lacey Von Erich is Carrie Von Erich's daughter.
Okay.
That's right.
Those two guys are Kevin Von Erich's kids, so they would be their first cousin.
Yeah, they're cousins.
Yeah. But yeah, Lacey was Carrie's daughter. She was in TNA, and she was absolutely awful. She was hot, a very attractive woman.
She was part of the beautiful people for a while.
But
a
he ended up doing softcore porn or something like that. Or corn, sorry.
Do not use Google, people. Do not use Google.
Yeah.
Again, she was a very attractive lady, but she was not very good in the ring.
No.
And I think she even admitted that like she never did even like care about or watch wrestling. She just tried to get into it because
of her name,
Von Erich.
Yeah,
exactly.
She was pressured into it.
Yeah,
I think she ended up marrying some real estate guy or something after that. Quit all the other side projects I kind of hinted at earlier.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as good looking of a girl as she is, I'm sure she probably found someone that could accommodate her. Moving on, we got Deonna Purrazzo defeating Thunder Rosa, and they called it a lumberjack match. Come on, guys. It's a lumberjill. Okay. Should have been a lumberjill match. Very interesting. I don't know why this was a lumberjack match. Strange.
Yeah, they didn't advertise it.
Yeah, this was just very, very strange and random, but this was an okay match. Purrazzo ends up clocking Thunder Rosa with a turnbuckle that was given to her by Taya Valkyrie, and that was the end of the match. And all right, this is very random. EVP, what'd you think?
Deonna Purrazzo has won like every big match in this feud. Can we please end it and move?
Yeah, but it's not true they didn't announce it because I think maybe a rampage. I saw the promo on one of the AEW clips on Facebook.
Yeah,
she did challenge her to it to be a lumberjill match or a lumberjack match.
Yeah, they just didn't advertise this well enough.
Well, okay, I see what you mean now. Yeah.
Well, the match sucked. So
yeah, it did. Yeah, and I guess now there's a new partnership between Deonna Purrazzo and Taya.
Apparently,
it was so random. It was so random for her to grab the turnbuckle, or is she going to be feeding with Thunder? That made it so random that point of the match. She just throws her the turnbuckle.
I feel that there were way too many moving parts in this match.
Yeah.
For them to make it nice.
I agree.
It was a bit of a clusterfuck, is what they say.
Especially the typical spots where all the girls are standing in one position to catch somebody. jumping up and knocking everybody down like bowling pins.
Well, not
But
just
I will
that.
say, I do like this role for Taya Valkyrie to be Deanna Praz as a helper.
I think my problem is like they're promoting ROH matches indirectly. Like it really focused on Billy Starks and Red Velvet, who has a women ROH women's TV match Friday at Death Before Dishonor. Don't have them out there if you're not going to even talk about the match to try and sell the pay-per-view. Like it's kind of dumb.
For the whole 10 people that are going to buy it.
But then again, that's typical that's why I don't even like the lumberjack matches. Because literally, you're taking people out of catering to fill the spots in the matches.
I used to love the lumberjack matches on Saturday Night's main event. Those
were different.
They were cool back then.
And that's when they never had bloated rosters. So those 20 guys, some of them were in matches earlier that night too. So it wasn't just like a catering issue or whatever.
You'd have like Jake the Snake would get knocked over the top rope and well, Dino Bravo's attacking him and out of nowhere, and like rolling him back in the ring. Like, get your hands off of him. He's just doing his job, Gorilla. He's just throwing him back in the ring. What do you expect him to do? It's what he's here to do.
Will you stop?
Will you stop? The good old days of wrestling. Yeah, so Deanna Purrazzo wins. Whatever. Now we're at the main event. The Patriarchy with Mother Wayne defeated the Bullet Club Gold, is how they have them listed here, to become the new AEW Trios champions. Mother Wayne sprayed some kind of substance. Could be perfume, could be mace, could be bear piss. I don't know.
Before we go on, can we please talk about the ineptitude of Bryce Remsburg in this match?
Hold on. We'll get there.
Because you brought up the spray, and those two go, hey, you can't talk about one without having the other.
Well, Bryce Remsburg sucks anyways. We know
Oh,
this.
my God.
He's by far the worst referee.
Like, I wanted to throw something through a wall.
Someone should fire Bryce Remsburg. So that's who someone should have picked.
He sucks. But he's the Young Bucks friend, so he'll be
that's exactly just like Rick Knox.
Yeah. Those two guys, they're golden. They're gonna be there forever as long as the Bucks are there. Because they're tight with them. So Christian Cage hits him with the kill switch to score a pinfall victory after Mother Wayne sprays perfume in Juice Robinson's face. Patriarchy celebrates as lights flicker. Are they doing their own Wyatt 6 thing now? Yeah. They're doing their own Wyatt 6 thing now, huh? All right.
This ain't gonna, I bet you it was literally just a flicker of electricity. It's probably not going to lead to anything.
No, this is
it's House of Black. Come on.
House of Black. But they didn't want to go full. They just wanted a little hint of House of Black.
They're trying to kind of do the Wyatt 6 thing, yeah.
Well, I mean, there was their kind of thing.
Aren't the White Six doing the House of Black thing already?
Exactly.
Is it the chicken or the egg? Who came first?
Wyatt's came before House of Black. Sorry.
You know what?
This new Wyatt is a brand new group, though.
Well, yeah, but it's based on the old. It's based on Bray
comparison.
Wyatt.
You should be comparing House of Black to Edge's group, whatever they're. I can't even think of what they're called.
Judgment Day.
Oh, Judgment Day doesn't do stuff with the lights going out.
No, the original Judgment Day.
They didn't do that either, did they?
Yeah, they would turn off lights. They were doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
You talking about the Brood, or are you talking about the Judgment Day?
I'm talking about Judgment Day, the Wish version of House of Black.
Yeah, it was. No, it was.
They did. They actually, yeah, they did mess around with the lights.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't even.
I think it was more. It was.
Let's not compare the two teams. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What do we think of the main event here, guys? I'll start with Can't F and Dry. What do you think?
I really enjoyed this match. Like, I was just sitting there, a big smile on my face. It was like I felt like I was just lost. Like, this was the best 6-man match I've seen in a long time. Like, you just knew there was going to be new tag team champions. That's always exciting. Brand new tag team champions. And yeah, I love this for Nick Wayne, his first gold.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love this for Christian. I love this for Killswitch. This is awesome. And we're gonna get. I'm assuming we're gonna get House of Black versus the Patriarch at All In.
That would be my assumption with the lights flickering. Yeah. And for the opposing point of view, EVP Joe, what do you think of
The
that?
opposing point of view.
First off, I made reference to this earlier. Good Lord, they've done absolutely nothing with Nick Wayne in this company since he made this big debut about how it was such a great thing. But that's another topic for another day. But Bryce Remsburg is a freaking idiot. He ruined the end of this match. What the fuck was he doing? I don't understand. Like, what were you doing? Just ducking your head in between Christian's legs. I don't understand. It was stupid. It ruined in other words, very good match. The only bright thing is there's only one set of trios titles now. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
And the right team won because it would have been really freaking stupid if they stripped the Bang Bang Gang of the titles and then just gave it back to them.
Yes. It was just so we could get rid of those other belts.
So I guess there's no Ring of Honor 6-man tag now. Is that the deal?
Yeah. They don't need them. There's no 6-man. There's no 6-man teams in ROH. Don't need them.
Showtime Shane, what do you think of the main event?
You know what? I really, you kind of see the hyping up. It feels like a Bullet Club Gold like face turn. And you know what? Their entrance music reminds me of like an old 90s like rap music, like KRS-One. Like that beat is hot, man. When they come out, man, that is money. But yeah, you guys are right team run. It would have made no sense. And I know I was pissed off a few weeks ago about the whole stipulation, them getting robbed, but yeah, no, I see Bullet Club Gold being now the new face tree, like the hottest faces going around for a while. At the same time, like this stacks Christian and his company being the true heels, and speaking of lack of stuff, like lack of noticing Nick Wayne, at least now Nick Wayne having said title. Still at like what, 19 years old, probably, I think, at this point or something like that.
Yeah, he's got time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so it's like
probably 19 because he debuted a year ago when he signed when he was 18.
Well, yeah, I saw him at the Commodore when he was 17, and that was a few months before he officially got signed at 18 for AEW or whatever. And then Billy Starks was a few months after that or whatever. But yeah, no, you know what? This was a great sometimes a lot of 6-man matches suck, but this was a great one.
I agree.
I concur.
This was a really good match.
Got a little bit of breaking news real quick. There's a new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Anyone want to guess who it is?
Joe Henry?
What did you say, Canada Jai?
Matt Hardy?
No, you're both wrong.
I don't have a guess.
It's
I don't
Nick
even know
Nemeth.
who's in the main event.
Okay. Ziggler is the world champion.
That's a good person for them to put their title on. Like, seriously, that's a good choice.
Of course, the internet is mad. It should have been Joe Hendry.
Oh, fuck that. Nick Nemeth is a much better choice to put your world title on right now.
Overrated.
What do you guys? I just understand that Joe Hendry is not a good wrestler, but it has a good gimmick.
He's overrated.
I don't know much about him as a wrestler. I don't know that I've ever sat and watched one of his matches fully or not.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard
he's a great marketer of his person. Like, he's not under to get this personality.
He was big in the British scene, I know.
It annoys me that everyone is like, oh, WWE has made Joe Hendry so big. I'm like, no, he did this shit on his own, guys. Like, give him his credit that's due.
Joe will not stand for WWE getting credit for anything, damn it.
Not when they don't deserve it. Absolutely not.
But that was
teasing.
Money in the Bank was cool though. When they did the post conference with the Jackie Redwood and Wade, and at the very end of them talking, Joe Henry's picture. Like I don't give a crap about the Joe Henry hype, but I gotta say that was cool. Them flashing his picture after that show went off air, like that was money. But I'm like, I still don't give a shit about Joe Henry. Sorry, I don't.
I can't get his theme song out of my head.
It's catchy. It's
very catchy.
In Canada and Mexico.
If you look at TikTok at the wrestling creators on there, like it's all like it's taking over TikTok. Joe Hendry's theme. Even people that aren't watching wrestling are using this, being like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I like this.
It's catchy.
All I can say is that he's the muscular Guido. That's all he is the muscular Guido.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him. I know NXT is going to start using him, and I don't know, who knows. But Nick Nemeth, that's a good choice for TNA to put their heavyweight championship on. I like that. That's a good choice.
And it's smart because they didn't do it as soon as he came in, to where they get that old vibe of, oh, he's just an ex-WWE guy. Like, they let him go out and establish himself as Nick Nemeth, and then put the title on.
So are we concluded the show here?
Yeah, we're at the very end. We just gotta, I guess, do the flower shop, and
the flower shop is brought to you by adorable Adrian Adonis. You can head on over to ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis and get yourself some Adrian Adonis gear.
You gotta drag that out a little bit. Canada Dry. You gotta go.
I know. I'm just trying to get the segment in there.
Adrian Adonis.
Adrian Adonis.
All right, that's enough.
What's our bonus segment of the flower shop?
Oh, does anyone have any ideas?
I don't know. It's almost midnight, and I've had a long day. Whatever you want.
What's your favorite alcoholic drink?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
I think mine's probably going to be pretty evident from where I live, but all right, I'll go first for everybody. My favorite alcoholic drink of choice is bourbon. Bourbon mixed with Coke Zero.
Wait,
stop the presses.
Okay, so you're starting off. You might as well tell about your match of the night and all that too.
Which brand bourbon though?
I like Woodford Reserve. Yeah, I like that one. There's another one too made by Buffalo Trace called was it 1497 or something like that. It's really good too. I like it. We've actually got a bar here on the river in downtown, a couple miles away from me, and they have like over 100 different types of bourbon. And so, I mean, you could get basically any major bourbon produced on the planet there. And sip it right on the Kentucky River. It's a beautiful place.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So that's my favorite. Match of the night, I'm going to go with Tomohiro Ishii versus Roderick Strong. I really like that one. And segment of the night, I got to go with Darby. I liked his promo. And for the rating of the show, I'm going to give it 2.75. It was
really low.
That's not really low. It's almost a 3. Come on, you think anything below like a 4 is low?
Anything below a 3 is low.
No, 2.75. It was an okay show. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. It was all right. This show's starting to look like WCW Saturday Night, and I mean that both in a good way and a bad way. So it's 2.75 for me.
You know what's crazy is there's almost more episodes of Collision, or was it maybe it was Rampage, something like that, than there is of Thunder.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's
what Collision reminded me of. Is Thunder. So.
Yeah. EVP Joe, you're up.
Okay, so my drink of choice is basically any spiced rum with Coke, be it Captain, Sailor Jerry, Kraken, Mount Gay, any of it.
You said gay.
Mount Gay spiced rum is absolutely delicious.
Mount Gay.
Sailor Jerry used to be one of my favorites back in the day. So.
Sailor Jerry's really good.
Yeah.
Sailor Jerry is cool, yeah.
Kraken is a really dark rum, spiced rum. The only one I don't really like is I don't really like Bacardi spiced rum. It's not that good. But favorite match is Darby and the Beast Mortos to open the show. I also really like Darby's promo. And if you think Mr. Isaac's rating is low, I'm going 2.5. So
all right. Canned F and Dry, you're up.
Okay, so I'm not really much of a drinker, but I think I'd choose maybe a Dos Equis with some lime in there, or a Corona with lime, or maybe a Bailey's. Maybe sip on some Bailey's.
Irish cream.
Yeah, but I think I really want to go with a Caesar.
Yeah.
Nice Caesar.
What is that?
Caesar? You know what a Caesar is? You don't know what a Caesar is?
They pre-make them in a can.
No, I don't know. What is it?
You're the drinker. Tell him, Showtime.
I never drink Caesars, but it's like a tomato juice with like think vodka,
So
or
it's like a Bloody Mary, is what it is.
Yeah, Bloody Mary.
Okay.
I
Call it
think
Bloody
it's
Mary here.
Yeah, you can also put like a vegetable in there, like a
celery. Yeah, usually.
And you can even put. Some people even put bacon in it.
Yeah, it's a Bloody Mary, is what it is.
That's what we call it down here. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we call it Caesar in Canada.
And they're looking like I had two heads. I want a Caesar.
Do you have a Caesar salad with it?
I was like, that's what I was thinking, Caesar salad.
No, like
I
this guy said the salad like he knew what it was.
No, but I never drank. I never drank those in my life. That's a little too good.
Try one; they're good. But yeah, my match of the night is the tag team title match.
Yeah.
The trios title. I really enjoyed that match. Segment of the night is Jericho, just because I love it. Hi guys, thanks guys. Every time it makes me smile. And I'm giving this show a 3.1.
That's low. Jeez.
I said anything below 3.
Showtime, Shane.
Well, I'll start off. I'll start off and say it's a 3. Like it wasn't horrible in my booking.
Bob Barker, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Like it's starting to feel like a Thunder. It really is starting to feel like a Thunder. Like, and it should. It really should. It should be a developer. It should be what Dark and the other YouTube show they used to have back in the day.
Elevation.
But the favorite match would have to be that trios match, just because of like I love both teams. But Bullet Club is starting to become, and like I said, they're newer entrants with that beat and stuff like that. Reminded me of a '90s rap song and stuff like that. Like it's killer. And the right team won. And promo, I'd have to say Darby, because I'm not used to a lot of post-match promos from him. A lot of his segment promos or him having somebody interview him or whatever. So, and that was a pretty good promo for him just to grab the mic and go off. So, and as far as favorite drink, Budweiser.
Hell yeah.
It's usually like whiskey-wise, JD, any of the special types, JD, or Crown Royal, which is our version of whiskey or whatever.
Yeah, Crown Royal down.
Yeah.
I've got some of that in my liquor cabinet. It's pretty good stuff.
I have Crown Royal Blacks and the JD bottles just sitting in my cupboard for like almost 2 years now, 3 years at least. Just sipping every so often.
Bottle of apple, and then I have an unopened bottle, which I don't even think they make it anymore, of Crown Royal Maple.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
an hour 43 right now.
Yeah. This is a long show, guys. We rambled on quite a bit, but it was good. It was good. Canada Dry, do you want to do the closing festivities here?
All right. So hit the links below. Check out all our social media. Head on over to our t-shirt shop. You can buy this shirt modeled by the lovely Natalia Markova. And, of course, we have the Just Keep Fighting shirt that is modeled by Joseph Graham. Better look at it.
Oh, yeah.
I've ordered this, so you got it before me. And then we have our obnoxious claims to fame, AFW, Save Professional Wrestling.
Our self-indulgent t-shirt.
We got the Mickey Mouse shirt.
Heck yeah.
My wife wouldn't let me buy the Mickey Mouse shirt. She was like, "You are absolutely not buying that shirt."
The sharpshooter shirt above my shoulder here.
We got the comic book store. We got the McDonald's. We got the choke. We got the shades of excellence,
Yeah.
and of course Hot Wheels. We got everything, right?
Oh yeah.
Best shirts in town.
I was wearing the Hot Wheel shirt only in blue at the beginning of the podcast.
Yes, I did. I was like, I just realized that.
He did a wardrobe change. He's like Beyonce at the Grammys. He did like a mid-show change out of nowhere during a segment switch.
I was worried about a wardrobe malfunction.
No, I made sure. It's like,
All right, so who wants to give the Just Keep Fighting speech?
I'm too tired and I'm the host.
You know what? I haven't done one ever in my life. You know what?
but hold on.
Sometimes you down.
Hold on, time out. Before we go, our score for the night 2.8375. Now you're good to go, Shane.
Take it away, brother.
Sometimes you're down. Hey, a few weeks ago, I was in a tournament, disc golf. I was miserable after 2 rounds, but then after showing up to the show or watching the episode, it's like, no. You know what? Even if you're almost out of it, just make the best of it. And that's what I did in my final round, and I shot one of my best rounds ever. So you know what? Sometimes you keep getting kicked to the dirt and shoved under the rug. But you know what? You take those days, those miserable days, and you slap it in the face and just say, nah, enough's enough. Time for me to rise above it and do better and beat my goals each and every day. So all I can say is everybody just keep fighting.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.
It's time to give away some macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. Who's watching today?
And the winner is... Congratulations, you
Congratulations, man. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Clap.
Yeah, we'll reach out to you. Get back to us. We'll send you some mac and cheese.
Right on.
Joe's in his ear at the end of this.